Welcome, Sunny Fam, to our 10-minute pre-run mobility workout. I am your coach, Sam Candler, and I am going to get you ready for your best run yet. By committing to this pre-run mobility routine, you are going to make sure you perform your best and reduce your risk of injury. What more could we want? Before we get started, please make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the bell to stay up to date on all our latest Sunny workouts. So let's get started with a warm-up to get us ready to optimize our mobility work. So we are going to start at the top of your mat if you have a mat. If you don't have any equipment, you don't need it. But I like having a mat, I like having a little towel, and that's what we got. So I'm gonna reach down, I'm gonna touch the ground. If you've been working out with me before, you know I like inchworms, and that's exactly what we're doing. We're gonna do an inchworm here. We're gonna go all the way out to this push-up position. Heck, since we're here, what do you say? Nice, good push-up. We're gonna walk it back, walk our hands back to our feet. From here, we're going to reverse lunge one leg, and we're going to reverse lunge the other. Then our feet go back together. That's it, we're gonna do another 60 seconds worth of these. Move at your own pace. The pace that feels good to you is the pace that I like the most. That's it. So we're just building some heat through our bodies. We're getting our core body temperature up. We want to get our body ready to really absorb the most from our mobility stuff, and often it helps to be warm for that. So we have 30 more seconds here. That's it. Walk those hands out. If you need to be on your knees for your push-up, be on your knees. There we go. It doesn't matter what side we lunge first. It doesn't even matter how deep the lunge is. We're just getting heat, getting warm. Here we go, breathing. So as your heart rate increases, so does your rate of breathing. That's normal. You probably feel it now. Okay, done. That wasn't so bad, right? Now, we're going to find our way back into this high push-up position, and we're gonna do a little bit of a flow. I'm not gonna be so presumptuous as to call it yoga, but we are gonna borrow a few things from yoga. So here, you're gonna reach your hips back into a downward dog and push your heels towards the floor. Chest towards your thighs, that's right. Then we're gonna move forward. We're gonna lower ourselves down, and then we're gonna push up into this upward dog type position. Now, I know I'm not a yoga instructor here, so this may be a little bit different than what you know in yoga. That's totally fine. You're gonna reach your belly to the floor. You're gonna bend your right knee, and you're gonna take that right foot over to the left, put it back, bend your left knee, take that foot over, that's right. And then we're gonna sit ourselves back into a child's pose, hips to heels. Got it? We're gonna do that all again. So here, downward dog. That's it, move ourselves forward, lower down, upward dog. Lower all the way down to the ground, alternating scorpions. That's it. And then into a child's pose. Ready for one more? Here we go. Downward dog. I'm gonna wiggle around a little bit right here. That's it, bend one knee, bend the other, then move forward. This time in my upward dog, I'm gonna look over my left shoulder, and then I'm gonna look over my right. All right, all the way down to the ground. We're gonna scorpion. There we go. And then we're back into this child's pose in here. I'm just gonna really reach my fingertips a little extra forward. All right, then we're gonna find our way onto our backs. As you know, I like lay down exercises. Any exercise where I get to lay down is good by me. Now here, I'm gonna bring my right foot straight up into the air. Keep that leg straight. Take it over to the left. Bring it up, put it down. Supine leg swings. We want mobile hips when we run. That's right, so you might feel hamstrings, glutes. You might feel even lower back, because when our hamstrings are a bit tight, they like to borrow range of motion from our lower back. There we go. We're just up and over, each side. That's right. We've got 15 more seconds here. If you want, you can bring your arms out to your capital T I'm working on keeping those shoulders flat. But right now, what I most prioritize are those hips. Okay, so now we're going to come up and we're going to do a half kneeling hip flexor stretch into a half split. So if you're like, whoa, 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 I don't do splits. Don't worry about it. You do these. I never lead you astray, right? Okay, here, we've got our left leg forward. We've got our right knee down. I'm gonna push forward through my hip. I'm not arching my back. What I'm doing is squeezing my right glute, pushing my hip forward a little. And then I'm gonna straighten out my left leg and kick my hips back. There, we'll do it again. Right here. So we are dynamic stretching. We are stretching through movement. We're not stretching and holding. We are using movement to help us optimize our body without losing any elasticity in those muscles. We want them to be springy and powerful and strong. I want to stretch them all the way out right now. Then we're going to switch legs. So we're not stretching and holding. We're moving. So same thing here. And those hips come back. So it's a bit of a hip flexor quad stretch here. A lot of a hamstring stretch here. That's it. Let's do one more. Okay, then we're going to come up. And now, this might look like one of Mara or one of Alexa's dance classes here. Here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna take a big lunge out to your left. You're gonna spin around into a runner's lunge and you're gonna raise your left arm up. We're gonna spin back around, feet together, take it to the right. This is about the most fluid I get in my movements. There we go. Open up. That's it. We've got a couple more each way. Just opening up through those adductors as your inner thigh muscles rotating into your runner's lunge. And then we call this the world's greatest stretch. It's a little bit of an arrogant name, but it's a pretty darn good stretch. There we go. Okay, then we're gonna work on your balance a little bit. So with running, running is a single leg event. It involves extending at the hip, it involves flexing at the hip. So let's do both. We're gonna draw your knee up, this is hip flexion. Then we're gonna reach it back into extension here on this hip. And then we'll bring your feet together. Same thing, draw up. And then in a floor touch. Good. Up. Floor touch. You might wobble. This isn't like Cirque du Soleil here. We're not trying to be balance pros. We're trying to prep our body to run the best. There we go. That's it. Woo. Stay nice and fluid. There we go. We've just got a couple more each side. Maybe you touch the floor. Maybe right now your best hope is to touch your knees. That's totally fine. This isn't a competition to see who can move the most. This is simply for you to prep your body to run your best. All right, now, 2 more exercises remain. We're going back to a lateral lunge, but a little different this time. Opening up the hips here. Lateral lunge, kick off. Reverse lunge, same leg. Now we go to the right. Lateral lunge, open up those hips. Reverse lunge. That's it. So now here, not only are we warming up the legs, the hips, the knees, the ankles, we're also starting to get that heart rate back up. That's it. That's part of getting warm for your run. So as we know, warming up before your run doesn't take away from your run. It doesn't use up a certain amount of energy you have for your run. It enhances your run. It makes you more able to get the most out of every stride you take. Last one, to the right. That's it. Good, and then we're just gonna finish with some squat to calf raise. We squat our hips down, press up onto those toes. We know that we need power in our calves as we run. We need springiness. That's it. So this is how we go out. 20 more seconds right here. After this, if you need to switch your shoes or grab a few things to get ready for your run, make it quick. Keep your body moving, and then get out there and go slay your run. Team, thank you so much for joining me. I'm Coach Sam. Please make sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell, and leave a comment on your favorite part of today's workout. I'll see you soon.